Guys, Rachel here. Welcome back to the garden. The garden's looking a little bit like an overgrown jungle, which I do really enjoy, but it needs some love and attention as well. So I've been a little bit busy in neglecting the garden a little bit lately, but there's plenty happening. So let's go harvest some food and then we'll go inside and we'll make some breakfast. So right here behind me, you can see that we have this awesome kale. This is the Nero di Toscana, so the black kale, and also this really beautiful Swiss chard. So we're going to harvest some of this, and this is what we're going to use for our breakfast this morning. But we've got a few other things to harvest this morning too. I've got a nice big bowl of greens, and now we're going to go harvest some other veggies. Next up is a few okra pods. These guys grow so quickly, so you have to make sure that you're coming out most days and check on them because you don't want them to get too big. So this one's probably just a little bit too big, and if you leave them too long they'll start to get woody. In this container I have some basil, so this is some Momolo basil, some purple variegated basil, and also just some random mint growing, so I'm going to harvest some of this as well. So I haven't been harvesting as much as I should be, and I have some very overgrown, very split radish. So I'm going to grab this guy here. What a mess. Anyway, he's still edible, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with him, but that's okay. Got some more basil here as well, so I'll harvest some more of this, and maybe I'll make some more pesto. So my harvest basket is full. So I popped inside, I've grabbed another bowl, and now we're going to harvest these eggplants that are behind me. Okay, so this eggplant is growing in here. Like I said, it was like an overgrown jungle, and some of them are big and have weighted down this branch here. So it's like hanging on the ground. There we go. So I'm going to harvest these guys. It's quite a bit of eggplant, so I definitely need to do something with that. Look at this, 4 massive and beautiful eggplants. Also just going to harvest a couple of these red noodle beans. You've got to get them at the right time before they get too big and start to dry out. So I've got a couple of those. Okay, so very happy with my harvest today. I've got this big bowl of eggplants, so 4 big eggplants, and also this basket of all different goodness. So we've got some kale, some Swiss chard, my overgrown split radish, a whole lot of basil, some red noodle beans, and also some more okra. Thanks so much for harvesting with me, guys. I'm going to head on into the kitchen and cook something up with this for my breakfast. Okay, so I'm back inside, we're in the kitchen. Before we make breakfast, first things first, let's make some tea. So I harvested some fresh mint, it smells really lovely, and I've also got some mint sugar that I made a few weeks back. So I've got my little teapot. I'm going to give my mint leaves a rinse, pull them off the stems and just steep them in hot water and just sweeten it a bit and to add some extra mint flavour. I'll be adding some of the mint sugar. So I've added my boiling water to my mint leaves and I'll leave that to steep. As it does, I'm just going to add some of mint sugar. I've got a video of how I made the mint sugar on my channel, so I can link that below if anyone wants to give that a try. It's really easy, it's really fun. So we've let our mint tea steep for a while, and I'm going to pour 2 mugs, one for me and one for my lovely hubby who is politely staying out of the kitchen while I chat to you guys. Cheers. Okay, so next we have our kale and our Swiss chard. We've got some of the red stems and also some of the white stems. I'm actually going to cut the stems off. I saw a recipe for pickled Swiss chard stems, so I'm going to give that a go. I'm not sure how that's going to turn out, but it said it was a really tasty little snack. So I'm going to chop off the ends. I'm going to give all of this a wash, and then we're going to make our breakfast. Okay, so I've washed my greens. I'm going to chop them up. I've also got some garlic, so I'm going to finely dice that and chuck it into my pan. I've just added a little bit of olive oil, so you could use butter or coconut oil or whatever is your preference. And I've also got some eggs. So I like to buy these ones because these are both local here in the UAE, organic and free range. So some nice good quality eggs. So I've put my garlic into my pan, and I'm just going to slightly saute this to give it a little bit of colour before I add my greens, and the greens will steam down. Chopped up quite a bit of greens, but of course it always does shrink when you're cooking it. And then we'll add our eggs into the pan as well. So it's a really simple one pan dish that I like to do because I always get so many greens from out of the garden, and just think it's a really nice way to start the morning with something fresh from the garden. Okay, so that garlic started to sizzle, so I'm going to add in my greens. Going to add in some homemade herb salt, so give it a bit of flavour with some of the homemade salt. Still smells good. We'll just give that a little stir. So our greens only take a minute or so to wilt down. Don't want to overcook them. And then I'm just going to make 4 spaces in my pan, and we're going to crack our eggs into here. So our eggs are in. I'm just going to add a little bit of water to this and actually pop a lid on. So I like to do this to make sure that all of the whites are cooked. Yeah, it's a healthy way to do it. Just kind of steams the eggs or poaches the eggs a little bit rather than frying them in too much oil. This lid doesn't fit this pan properly, but it's fine. It does what it needs to do. It traps some of that steam in, and as you can see, our eggs are cooking nicely. Simple as that. Doesn't take long. I've taken the lid off now. We've still got some jiggle in our yolks, but the whites are nice and cooked. So I'll just set those aside for a bit, add some salt and pepper, and breakfast is ready to go. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed my simple eggs and greens from the garden. I'm going to sit down and eat this and enjoy my mint tea as well. Have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, happy gardening. Thanks for your support, guys. If you haven't already, please do subscribe.